Everything wrong with James Charles in a 10-minute video. Exposing James Charles. James Charles' worst moments exposed. You see, the wonderful thing about YouTube is that every single YouTuber can pretty much be portrayed as an evil mastermind. You've seen Thanos, you've seen Darth Vader, you've seen the Minecraft community, you have seen the Fortnite community, but the true evil of the internet is James Charles.
Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Yes, I truly agree that this guy is the YouTube embodiment of Thanos. Now obviously that's a joke on my part. James Charles is obviously one of the biggest YouTubers at the moment. The dude is getting millions of views, he's getting millions of subscribers, and I would say he's no doubt one of the most relevant people in the world right now. And naturally, when you're gaining a lot of subscribers on the internet, you're getting a lot of traction coming to your social media pages, you're always gonna garner up a few haters, a few people that really don't particularly like you. I've had it myself, I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers have, and you get a lot of exposed videos made on you. And with James Charles, it's really no different. People clearly don't like the fact that this guy is a successful person, he's a good dude just doing a good thing. But with James Charles, it's a little bit different because some of the exposed videos made on him are a little bit extra. An example of that is James Charles' Ebola scandal. And I don't even know how this is a real video, but apparently it's there. Anyways, hey sisters, how you doing? I feel very uncomfortable saying that, but welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about reaching, obviously, and reaching is something which is pretty much embodied into YouTube at this point. Nearly every single YouTuber has reached once in a YouTube video, but the YouTube community that reaches more than any other community has to be the dreaded beauty community. And I have seen a lot of bad communities in my time. I've seen the commentary community, I've seen the Minecraft community, but this one specific community, it's just hard to look at. And that's not a personal attack on you, but I'm seeing creators in that community that are like this.
My 14-year-old niece attacked her, and I asked you guys, please just...
Yeah, I still don't really get why she's crying and nothing's actually coming out, but I have made a video on this person before, and I stick to what I said before. She is extremely moronic. I'm talking of moronic, exposed videos. These videos mainly are pretty moronic, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Exposed videos made on James Charles. Because according to a lot of YouTube videos, this guy has a lot wrong with him. This guy's been exposed on countless amount of times, so much so that I'm actually subscribed to the guy. James, if you're watching this, please follow me back on Twitter. I know a TV. So getting into things, I think we should take a look at one of the main videos that comes up when you search James Charles exposed, and that is why everyone hates James Charles. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm gone. Why does every single teespinning channel have to use that same little bit of music? Every single one. There's not a different teaspill channel, whatever you want to call it, exposed channel. Just don't use this soundtrack, please. Can we just stop with this soundtrack? It drives me insane. When I have sleep paralysis, I hear that song. It's not even a good soundtrack. It is the new YouTube version of this song. Now that soundtrack is no doubt the devil soundtrack. If I'm having a nightmare and I am being chased by Satan himself, I'm sure that soundtrack would be playing because it just gives me flashbacks to every single Zoella video. Can you just imagine me starting every single video with, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about James Charles, buy my merch, because today I want to look at some exposed videos, buy my merch, about James Charles, because we're a family-friendly channel. I'm not going to be swearing in this video. I just want you to buy my merch, because James Charles, I've lost my train of thought, but, you know, don't forget to buy my merch. It just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work, because that soundtrack instantly ruins every single YouTuber. It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't. It's just a little bit irritating for me. Please, can we find a different soundtrack to use teaspilling channels? Anyway, I think we should just go and take a look at another video because I refuse to watch this video. And this is the key thing here. There are so many of them that we can just take our own pick here. So the video we are actually going to be taking a look at today is everything wrong with James Charles in a 10-minute video, or as I personally like to know it as, reaching for 10 minutes, because talking absolute bollocks about certain big YouTubers gets views and brings in a little bit of revenue. You know, we're about 10 seconds into this video and I already love it. I love the fact that they've emphasized that this video is only going to be 10 minutes long, just so it shows that they are going to put mid-rolls on this and it's only been made to make money. And don't get me wrong, I love it when YouTubers make money. I implore YouTubers to get sponsorships and to get merchandise, but in these sort of techniques, it's really shady to me, where it's pretty much them saying, hey guys, I'm going to speak complete bollocks about another YouTuber and pretty much profit on their name. And some people may say, well, I know, but aren't you doing the same? You're using James Charles' name in your title. I don't think that's the same, because this person is making a hit piece which is based on nothing, and I believe somewhat I'm making entertaining content whilst actually giving good valid points, where this person doesn't give any points at all, and let me just show you that.
I have a very, very special guest joining me here today, my little brother, Ian. You guys absolutely... Alright, so we have our pinkity drinkitties and we are ready to get glam. How do you feel about being in California for 4 days?
It's interesting.
I'm so glad.
I guess this is YouTube content in 2018. This is what is being used to make an exposed video which has almost 2 million views. Somebody's little brother acts a little bit awkward on camera, and you know, let's make an exposed video on James Charles, because, you know, why not? I don't really think that James Charles needs to force anyone to be on his channel to get views, and that's mainly because it's James Charles. This guy gets millions of views every single day. This guy is one of the most relevant people on YouTube right now. I don't think this guy needs to use anyone's name to get any form of views whatsoever. And you can clearly see that his brother is smiling in this video. I think it's a very weird point to make about James using his brother in this video, forcing him to be in it, when you can clearly see the guy is enjoying himself. And I think if the creator of this video just left the house once in a while, he would probably realize this is just a normal human thing. He's a bit awkward because, you know, he's being put on a massive platform where millions and millions of people are going to watch him. Personally, if I went on a massive platform, I would also be slightly nervous because, you know, we're not all used to that. So after this, the creator of this video goes on to play a minute of James's video, apparently proving that James is a bad person by having a good time with his brother. They clearly seem to be having a bit of a laugh in the video. I really don't see how this is everything wrong with James Charles. And apparently because his brother isn't exactly good with makeup, this somehow makes James Charles a bad person, or is something wrong with James and his channel. And I really don't understand the logic there, because you can enjoy James Charles's content and not know absolutely anything about makeup. Because do I look like somebody that wears makeup or watches makeup videos? Of course I do. This is the I Never YouTube channel. We don't judge people. I mean, what are you doing?
If we get this video to 50,000 thumbs up, I'm gonna do a video doing Ian's makeup.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Now you can see from that clip that the guy is pretty much critiquing James Charles for then going on to make that video with his brother and making money from it, and it just throws back to the thing I was talking about earlier with making money from YouTube videos. I personally don't think in 99% of the cases it's wrong to make money from a YouTube video. If you want to put mid-rolls on your video, go ahead. I personally do it myself. If you want to get a sponsorship, go ahead. I've got one coming in soon. If you want to make merchandise, go ahead. I've also got one coming in soon. It's completely fine. At the end of the day, it's a business. But with videos like this, where they are pretty much just slandering people's names, then there's a case of where I don't personally agree with it. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it, but in my personal book of morals, I just don't agree with talking utter bollocks and profiting from it. To me, this exposed video has pretty much provided absolutely nothing. It really just seems to be made through spite and jealousy that James Charles has had a very successful career, and really, he's only at the beginning of his career, and this person just clearly can't stand that, and it's genuinely quite sad to see. I don't really think this warrants an exposed video. It's like if I randomly came on my channel and said, hey guys, I don't like Jimmy Kimmel because he makes money. It would make no sense. It would just sound very bitter. The reality is, I don't like Jimmy Kimmel, but I'm not going to make a video about it because he's open to say whatever he wants to say on his own platform. Now, moving away from this incredible critique, we move on to my personal favourite from this video, the critique of James Charles supposedly being annoying.
Okay. Flashback Mary. Flashback Mary.
What's going on here? I'm kind of worried about what I'm watching right now.
Flashback Mary.
What was that? I mean, I don't even think that was bad acting. That was genuinely quite terrifying. I was actually kind of scared by that. I mean, was that Jeff the Killer? I mean, we're going back to 2012 memes here, but bad acting. I don't really think that's on the list, to be honest. I really don't think there can be much wrong with James Charles if this is one of their main criticisms about the guy. I mean, the fact that you're saying he has bad acting, isn't that extremely subjective? It really does show that this video is completely built upon nothing. But even after that, it continues to get much, much worse. In fact, it gets a little bit odd when they say this in the video. Him being sarcastic makes me want to kill myself and jump off a cliff. I mean, what? Now, the person that created this is Drama Daily, and Drama Daily, I don't really think that your feelings here has any correlation to James Charles. I think you need to get some help, mate. Really, I think you need to go see a therapist, because that's not healthy. And when you continue to watch this video, you kind of get the vibe that this dude has a bit of a grudge against James Charles, because he says that everything is wrong with the guy because, according to him, he's a little bit cringy. Now, to be honest, in my personal view, I think anyone can find any YouTube video cringy. I think that I've probably done a few cringy things here and there. I think that I've genuinely cringed at some of my own friends' videos. I think it's very subjective to what somebody cringes to. If you like James Charles, which a majority of people seem to do, you're probably not going to cringe at the guy. But even so, I really think it is an extremely odd critique of somebody's persona, personality, brand, or business to say, hey, this guy's really cringy, he makes bad content. It's why I personally don't really like making content critiques. I may have done it here and there, but it's not exactly my vibe, because I feel like at the end of the day, most content is very subjective, but I can critique people on what they're actually saying in the videos. I think that's the actual differentiation we need to make here. The difference between, say, somebody making a reaction commentary and somebody saying something awful in that reaction commentary. In fact, there appears to be some form of correlation between James Charles Exposed videos. When I was watching them before making or recording this video, it did seem that most of the videos were just made out of pure spite and jealousy, but also every single video, it appears to have somebody just completely reaching in. And talking of reaching, we're gonna throw back to a video I mentioned about before, where it speaks about James Charles's scandal with Ebola, and we're just gonna get straight into it.
Oh my god. Get the tea ready, get sat down. This is honestly, I'm so shook by this. I'm already so shook I haven't even started.
I mean, judging from this video so far, Sister James has apparently done something a bit bad. Has he said that Ebola is a good thing? Has he spread Ebola? I mean, what's he done? Do tell.
Past this. I honestly thought we were past this. I can't believe we're going to Africa today. Oh my god. What if we get Ebola? James, we're fine. We could have gotten it at Chipotle last year. ... Plagiarism face. I mean, I know he's young, I know he's 17, but Ebola? The thing that gets me is it's not a case of an Ebola joke. Like, I think 2 or 3 years ago when Ebola was quite big, I went to a Valentine's Day? I went to a Halloween thing and one person is dressed up as an Ebola victim and one person was in like a hazmat suit. And it was very like, there was that, but that wasn't directly making a tie to an entire continent. Do you see what I mean?
Is this is this real? Is this a 14-minute long video about a tweet James said about him possibly getting Ebola if he went to Africa? Is this a real thing? Now, this statement from James, you can either group him with two things. You can say it's an edgy joke, he's tried to be funny, or he's pretty much made a big generalization where he's grouped in every single country inside the continent of Africa together. Now, personally, I think the joke or the generalization is a bit dumb, but I don't necessarily believe this makes James Charles a racist, and some people were actually accusing him of being racist for this tweet, and I think that is completely ridiculous. And that's not just me being ignorant and dismissing the claims that people have made. The Ebola virus actually does originate from the continent of Africa. Now, I think it is very ignorant to just generalize everything about Africa because it comes from separate parts of Africa. Ebola originates from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It doesn't actually originate from where James Charles was visiting, but I don't necessarily believe that makes him a racist because he is just being a little bit dumb in this situation. situation and has just assumed it's in every single part of Africa. I feel like on YouTube at this point, everyone is so sensitive. If the beauty community saw the state of YouTube 4 years ago, they would probably have a bit of a breakdown, because let me show you some content from around 3 years ago.
I'm one of the few content creators on this website who doesn't joke about cancer. Take any other channel, Good Mythical Morning. They should call it Good Cancer Morning, because all they're doing is joking about cancer the whole fucking morning long. Jenna Marbles? You mean Jenna Cancer? All she's doing is joking about cancer the whole time. Pewdie cancer, you say?
I mean, I just miss it. I miss the days of where you could say near enough anything without being called an anti-Semite by the Wall Street Journal. I mean, good times, man. Now, if you do personally have a problem with what James Charles said in that tweet, honestly, I don't really care. I think if you're going to be sensitive over something that minor, you're probably not going to do very well in the world. But honestly, it just seems that most people are wanting to hate this guy. Oh, this guy is terrible. Oh, this guy forced his brothers to go on his videos. Oh, this guy made a bad palette.
After I'm fucking finished with this fucking palette, I better be fucking getting my fucking sister sausage, bitch.
Calm down. You seem a little bit angry. We just need to calm down. Breathe in, my friend. Just calm down. Now that throws back to the recent controversy around James Charles, where somebody tried to expose him for making a terrible palette, and as far as I know, that was just a complete load of lies. It was actually a fairly decent palette, but as I said before, I know nothing about makeup, but it does correlate to what I was saying before, the fact that people are just trying to make issues with James Charles. And to exemplify that, I'm just going to show you another video called Worst Moments from James Charles from a channel called Angela Shook. Now, the funny thing is, they start this video by saying it wasn't made for hate, but then they go on to say pretty bad things about James Charles. So the main problem with James Charles is apparently the fact that he uses Facetune. He edits his face in his Instagram photos slightly, and personally, from an outside perspective of the beauty community, I don't care. I just think that's a ridiculous thing to pretty much criticize somebody for, because at the end of the day, most people on the internet use filters, they use different angles to, in general, look better. I've personally done it myself. I don't really think it's a criminal thing. People may say, well, he's selling products, but at the end of the day, there are reviews where you can see these products, and if you really want to call them out on that, fair enough, but it does just seem that you're going a bit extra here. You are just going a little bit over the top, just like every single one of these exposed videos. Now, with this video I'm making right now, some people may say that I am being too nice to the guy, I'm being way too generous and way too lenient with him, and I don't actually agree with that. I actually think that we have come to this stigma in the last few years of where we can only make exposed videos, and don't get me wrong, I love a good exposed video. I'm not going to say, oh, you're terrible for making exposed videos, because I've done them in the past. I just think I enjoy making defense videos as well, and I want to do more of these in the future. To conclude this video, I want to say that I honestly don't believe that there is one good James Charles exposed video out there. Regardless of if you like the guy or not, I don't know if my actual audience potentially watches James Charles. If you don't like him or you do like him, I think we can all agree here in unison that there really isn't anything that bad to say about the guy. You may find him cringy, fair enough, that's your opinion. You may not like his content, fair enough, but to make videos constantly exposing the guy and pretty much coming at the guy for absolutely nothing, I personally think that is pretty ridiculous. Now that is the end of the video. I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Do you watch James Charles? Do you enjoy his content? What are your thoughts on the guy in general? Let me know in the comment section, but you can also let me know your thoughts as Instagram. As I always say, Instagram is the best place to contact me. If you want to go follow me there, do so. And if you want to follow me at Twitter, go follow me at iNowATV. I tweet way too much, but it's all in the description. And before I end the video, I am gonna thank my Patreons. Big thanks to Angelique, Arista, Isia, Anna, Alex Bones, Brianna, Bugger Badger, Kalisha, Cubes and Diggy Dino, Dana, Ella, Emmeline, Hannah, Henry, Evelyn, Enochi, Jade, Jessica, Joe, Julian, Jordan, Joanna, Lisa, Majestic, Michaela, Mary, Maya, Mel, Meredith, Michael, Michelle, Neve, Nicole, Olivia, O'Reilly, Quinn, Ramita, Rockstar, Rooster Bros, Riley, Sadie, Sandra, Scrubby, Celestina, Speedybird, Tails Hunter, Tonzi, Christian, Zerfars, In My Shoes, Jade. If I didn't mention you in the Patreon list, it's purely because when I was recording this video, the updated Patreons have not been added to the list. You will be in the next video, and thank you so much for pledging to the Patreon. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new, and have a lovely day, people. Peace out.